Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Tonight, we're bringing you another lower bracket match, round 2 of the Season 5 Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament between Favio and Rockchalk. And with me here in the comms booth today is Sea Falcon and Melkley. How are you two today?
Pretty good today. End of my work week. Get to finish it off here with some Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
This is the start of a pretty busy weekend for me personally, so I'm looking forward to talking about these two.
Yeah, and so bringing up the stats between those two, they've been 12 races together. Favio's gotten the better of Rockchalk 10 of those 12 times, but they have never faced 1v1, so this will be a first for them. How Favio got here is he lost in the first round to G-Skate and beat Tito in the second and in the lower bracket round 1, and Rockchalk beat Daredevin in the upper bracket round 1 and lost to Wooden Barrel in upper bracket round 2. Anything else you guys see that sticks out on this?
Best time ever. It's not really a strong indicator of how they're going to perform in a 1v1, but you can see Rockchalk does have a better best time ever.
No. Let's not. Let's not talk about who. Let's not talk about who he did that against in a 1v1. All right.
Oh, I feel like
I don't know who that was, but he put up a 146 and lost by 10 minutes in that race. But
yeah, I feel like that would be a very interesting thing to unpack here, personally. But it's okay.
bad memories, bad memories.
I guess we'll look at these last 10 races. It looks like Rockchalk has been finishing, top 3 a little more recently, or more regularly than Favio. I'm not quite certain. I didn't get to watch all of their qualifiers or look into that too much. I'm not sure if one of them kind of favors S5 settings more than the other. But I think we're just in for a great match.
Yeah,
should be good.
As far as these two runners go, I know Rockchalk quite a bit more than Favio, although I do know Favio, one of our keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
In the Ocarina of Time Rando community, which just impresses me because sometimes I can barely type sentences correctly on a keyboard, and he's a top 10 seed.
I do.
This game, so just all the respect in the world there.
I enjoy watching all of this, but I do, my fangirl tendencies definitely come out when watching Keyboard Warriors, because I'm just like, I can't do that with a controller. What? How? We will be kicking off here. Just a little lay of the land. It looks like we're starting with Bolero and our water medallion, and I'm pretty sure that it was a child start I saw there.
And it looks like they'll be beginning in about a minute, so I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the race, everyone.
All right, cool. So, chat right away. Where we dropping today? Kind of fun child spawn would you like to see?
I mean, my favorite spawn either age is falling out of the waterfall from Domain, but I'm kind of feeling like Randobot has been pretty salty today, and Silo in Lon Lon Ranch.
Okay. Well, sorry. All right, we're gonna leave in just a few seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna leave these copy pastas to
thank you, Alpha. That made me laugh. Okay.
So, yeah, this is nice. As child, you can almost full clear Kokiri Forest and then immediately find Kokiri Forest Foolish after. That's gonna be nice if Deku ends up being one of our medallions.
Yeah, for those who enjoyed watching season back in the day, season 3 of Ocarina of Time Randomizer, this is pretty close as far as to start. Deku's not open, obviously, but as an option. But yeah, we'll get to see Kokiri Forest right away. And Mido's house,
classic S5,
looks
nothing.
like trash again.
It could be choose, though. There could be choose. The eternal hope. No. Boo.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I guess all jokes aside, I guess one of the differences from what I said about the start is that since we do have free Zelda, the runners won't have to wait to go get the Saria song check. They will immediately head into Lost Woods from here, I imagine, and then probably to Ranch, and then who knows from there. Kind of depends on what songs we get.
Yeah, Ranch would definitely make more sense. Time does not pass while they're in here, so they can definitely make it there. If they find bombs or a scale, they might opt to go through River. You know, it just depends on what you find in Lost Woods here, what song. Domain Path to Baronade, I think, is what we saw there.
So, Main Path to Baronade's an interesting one, especially if it happens to be Rudo's letter in there, specifically, because I know Domain's a place that people often don't like to go to without the letter first, so, if there's that sort of trolliness going on here, the seed just, kind of gave that away, so that's really nice of the runners.
I think that said Rang Chest was dead. Yes, thank you, VXR. Yeah, soy sauce, picking up what I was gonna bring up, it intensifies that paradox letter option. So, you know, if we start seeing wallets, that's where we get suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, again, at least they know, although, we can definitely do some interesting things to the logic. You could get, you know, a wallet hinted on some sort of path, or it could cause a decision where if you know it's on King's Order, do you weep skip into ice just to get blue fire? You know, goes sort of those decisions.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Season 5 meta is pretty strong. You know, fire and water hoarding your progression items, ice being the play. It'll be interesting to see what these runners end up doing. I don't think either of them have any particular tendency. Bomb big. Let's go.
That's well, that's nice.
Goron City.
Yeah, we can go into Child Goron City. We can do a couple checks in the maze there and get Hot Rodder. We can get these grottos here in Lost Woods, and SFMs are passing by, which is really nice.
Which of course means there's gonna be nothing else here.
Ooh, that's a hint. Shadow Temple Path to Twin Rova.
Yeah.
All right.
So we know 2 of our medallion dungeons so far. We'll have to do Spirit Temple and Jabu Jabu. We did start with a medallion, which means hopefully we're getting a path to each of those dungeons. But sometimes rando bot trolls.
And probably looking with that hint, we're probably looking at like a mirror shield or a strength and shadow would be the
Yep. Long shot.
Long shot for Spirit Key Logic's another possibility. Which if it's that, hopefully water's also a medallion then, so the long shot is a little more useful than
right. Yeah. So having bombs, I would expect these runners not to open small chests too long, probably until they get to that 5-6 heart range. Maybe they, you know, prefer to have chews on hand before they stop, but they can also go buy them.
Right, and, so, of course, one of the main things in Season 5 with the SMC, is the small chest, so, usually once runners get explosives and enough hearts, and the reason why they want some hearts, of course, is Fire Temple, because, well, if you don't run into a Goron Tunic or a wallet, you will have a very limited time otherwise to get through there, and if you don't find like a bottle for fairy or whatever, it may be impossible actually to get through there if you don't have enough health. And
something is
river chest mirrors love.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
we won't be
well.
seeing that today.
Nope.
Strike 1 against Song of Time.
The hints, I guess the hints are trying to help with meme percent, but it's not quite the race we have going on here.
That's not the game.
No, that's a different race. Oh, nice
Hey,
hint
there
there.
it is.
Fantastic.
I thought it was gonna be by the Storm's Grotto. Oh, Big Goron is a wallet.
Okay. Well,
Paradox
I already
letter
mentioned some of the
intensifies.
implications that could have, but we'll just wait and see on that particular hint, but, oh, I guess Cookie Force Foolish is nice because, at least in one aspect is we don't know where Song of Storms is, obviously this early in the seed, and who knows how long that grotto could get orphaned, and, never mind
Not long
what I
at
said
all.
earlier,
Rush Deku Tree.
we're doing Deku Tree. So yes, hi everybody, welcome back to Season 3.
Yep.
For those who love the early Deku play, we're gonna see it here in about 7 minutes into the seed.
We're also probably gonna see some more info. I'm not sure if rockchalk will do both hints, but we'll at least get one of them, I would think.
Yeah, I know some runners that like to skip the hint on the right side because it does take a little bit of time to get over there, but I feel like we just started the seed. I would grab both hints.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile this early on. 1 foolish, 2 paths.
Well, especially when it
Mask
tells
is
you things
boomerang?
like that. So
it's definitely our letter or something leading directly to letter. And one of the nice things, we have Prelude. We don't have Nocturne, unfortunately, but we can do Skull Mask pretty quick. It means that they can route that in, basically, as they please. 50
Yeah,
dead. Rip.
50 dead. I do address Fabio actually because we got Prelude from Fabio went to the Temple of Time. Read our stones. Our stones today, I believe, were Fire, Water, and Shadow. So yes, that is a stone shadow on the path of Twin Rova.
Love it. And one of the nice things for these runners, that Kokiri sword, aside from being required for access to Deku Tree, honestly, when you stop opening small chests, you run out of your consumables very quickly. So you're not going to be too sad to have that in your pocket against the, dick management.
Now, it is interesting that the boomerang is hinted here on Skull Mask because it might be possible, and I don't know if the runners will take the time to do it because I feel like you might want to rack up a few more songs for easier access, but in theory, Jabu could be doable here in Child 1.
Depending on what it is. Oh, a strength. So Deku Tree's gonna be loaded.
Looks like a nice room here.
There's our scale!
Well, there's part of that access.
Yep, we're definitely going domain. There's no way they do not do river into domain now, right?
Obviously, they'll want to. I think they'll route that. Probably make sure they pick up the boomerang. And then from there probably go. Because I don't think they would go straight there without the boomerang.
Yeah.
Knowing letters in there and knows.
That's fair.
Well, Jay, I think both know Jabu's a med because of the Path of Baronade.
Yeah.
Can't tell. I think they're both aware Jabu's a med.
Yeah, it might be nice to get the info, though, because if it is on Unfreezing King Zora, like, for example, that tells you you need that wallet, logically. You need that wallet, you need to find your bottle.
Right. I guess the only thing I'd be curious about with how quickly I'd want to do it, and I mean, I don't know if either runner will check this. Fabio's already checked the stones, but I would be curious to see if Jabu actually is the Force Medallion. Specifically, because that would give me an extra song going adult, which maybe could make up the time it would take to maybe hike a little bit to get the boomerang.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on what these runners are thinking. I don't know if they'll immediately go for that, or they might surprise me and maybe they'll go straight forward. I don't know. It's not often you have a chance to do Jabu in Child 1, put it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Alfalfa, that's a fair point. Doing the skull mask actually is not that that bad, which is why I think it is on the table.
Yeah, especially, like, the biggest thing is turning in Keaton Mask isn't time of day dependent, and it's easy enough to get back there with Prelude, all in that same, like, day sequence. Assuming they were to Prelude, pick up the mask, hike right over to turn in, Prelude again, save warp, for example.
I'm sorry, while these two are finishing up Deku, I have to address this in chat real quick. That meme of Swanee and Cack and me being the chickens guy has got to stop. Jay, please. I do not do that every time.
I'm a chicken supporter. You do chickens every time.
I am not the chickens guy.
I'm gonna laugh in your match tomorrow when you inevitably do chickens.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny if that happens. I'm just we'll see how I feel. But all right, looks like Deku was the fire medallion. So if Jabu's a forest medallion, not only would that give you one song, but that would give you 2 songs in adult. You would have one of the earliest burning cacks that you could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be even more incredible. All right, let's see some Temple of Time hints. Oh, King Zora's hinted.
Dead. 40 dead functionally. And
OT's Epona.
The horse behind all dungeons.
But I want to point out that King Zora hinted dead
Zora
here
is dead.
because now you almost have no reason to not just go to domain as child.
Yeah,
I know it's on one of the other checks.
Right. I would be a little concerned what is actually locked behind Jabu. It seems odd that Boomerang and King Zora are both hinted. I know that's just a coincidence, but I would not be surprised if, like you said, Jabu ends up being our forest medallion and kind of locking a lot of options. Especially with that scale, it's very likely that Lullaby is locked behind it.
Yeah, I could definitely see ZL on Prelude or hell even Burning Cack with that layout. Like again, as you said, we even got the scale immediately to put it in logic.
Yep.
Also, I about the skull hints. Thank goodness that bomb bag on 40 has no implications. He just kind of handed us a bomb bag. But, rockchalk, hold on.
Rockchalk thinking about it.
I would definitely take Roar's Wind.
Yeah, especially this early on, 14 minutes in. Yeah, you want that.
No, I mean, and I will say a personal experience. I don't know if this happens to every other runner, but more times than not, when I get FW really early, Magic ends up being the go mode. So it ends up not being as useful.
Magic is also just going to be in Jabu.
I mean, it might be. I've seen way too many items in Jabu and S5 seeds to doubt that.
Yep. So Favio went to the castle area to get a skull and check a hint. That could make time of day a little unfortunate, honestly. I'm not quite sure how long it takes, but depending on the route to Kakariko, that could be a little too close.
Right. Well, as long as he makes it into CAC before night and can hit in the Keaton mask.
Yep.
Wait, so time of day right now, since they did beat Deku, is at noon, and they immediately both played Prelude, so it would be noon as of right now. So I think they have plenty of time now. Interestingly enough, neither one because of this has actually gone to get the song from Lon Lon Ranch, and I don't know if that's entirely possible at the moment. They might have to possibly save that for after Jabu if that's the plan.
Rockchalk.
Oh, here we go.
You know, I think this is the play you make, though. Someone in chat pointed it out. You can almost completely full clear child in this section if you want to. We don't have a slingshot, unfortunately, but otherwise... and a requiem. But otherwise... child could be done here. We might not see that again unless Epona's ends up being needed. Knock on wood. Oh, and no storms.
Yeah,
Never mind.
We won't be seeing the well in this.
Well, I'm here for it.
run.
I am here for whatever, you know, disgusting bow or light arrows has been placed on chickens. Rockchalk not doing what I like to do with early chickens is you make it feel a little less bad by routing in Rufio and the open grotto. And then you're doing 3 checks, and everyone is happier with how that time plays out.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Fabio heading over to check the Boulder of Destiny grotto here in Northern Hyrule. Thank you, game, for the Lost Woods on the Path to Queen Goma hint. Appreciate it. Really helpful hint there.
Yeah, Fabio seems to be going Valley Lake, I believe. Possibly planning to go into Domain with that scale. Did Fabio not check the Deku hint? Oh, no, he's going Ranch. Never mind.
Oh, so he's made it into Ranch before night, so he will be able to get this song. I don't know if
Could be hoping for Nocturne here.
Yeah, if he gets Nocturne, he'll obviously be able to do it. I don't know otherwise if... Well, Sun Song too. Yeah, I should also...
Yeah.
Sun Song would
Nocturne,
obviously
Sun Song.
really...
Alright, chickens.
Oh.
Bottle. Rush. Ice.
Well, I guess we're getting
Yeah, almost vanilla.
Yeah, so I guess we're getting two bottles in this child section then.
Yep.
Well, again, assuming that Pathin is direct and not some ridiculously stupid path that leads to Ruto's letter at 2 hours down the road. I should clarify.
Yeah, that's the one scary part about this. Is it semi-bait? Is it actually letter? Is it something that just leads to letter?
Oh no, and wait, for Fabio, I feel like that might be the worst song.
Yeah.
That he could have found in Ranch.
Nope. Not at all.
We already know Song of Time's not even useful for river
water,
chest, so
yeah.
we're already down 1 check.
I do think one of the interesting things about runners having Ranch, really unfortunately not the play to kind of prioritize here, it seems.
Yep. So Fabio save quit went back to Kokiri Forest. I'm honestly wondering what the plan is here. Is he just gonna go to River maybe?
Yeah, I would think River, maybe Goron City. You still don't have Lullaby, so you can't do Spinning Pot. But you can do a couple of things there. Maybe hiking down the mountain to turn in Keaton Mask is the play. Because that'll get better time of day.
Yeah, so he obviously, to get the boomerang, he needs a hit in the Keaton Mask. The problem being is, in order for him to actually get the Skull Mask, it needs to be daytime.
Yes. Yep.
So that's going to be a bit of an issue.
That's why I'm thinking hiking down the mountain after doing these things is the play. You do have to wait still at the bottom, but you can at least check the 2... Yeah, you've got bombs.
Oh, well,
Hook shot. Let's go.
I mean, that's certainly helpful.
Yep. Anyway, point is you can do some things along the way. that are,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Alright. Wow, okay, Alright, Fabio going to use one of the many tricks, that has, become well known with CSMC is that you can charge a spin attack here, at the beginning of the Boulder Amazing Goron City, and as the camera kind of moves up, you can get a peek and see if the chests are, big or small. Now, admittedly, on his screen, I didn't quite see what was in there. He may have just went in here for the hint in the skull anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, 30 also dead.
Can you actually see a big shit? Honestly, I rarely ever have done that as child, so usually I just go in for the hint anyway, normally, if it's early enough in the seed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was admittedly a little surprised that he looked, but I mean, I guess I don't know if he couldn't see or if he just determined that he wanted to go get the hint anyway, but
Small chest in the wall. Going after the heart container.
Yep. Got a couple of those in his back pocket now, so may not necessarily have to open too many more small chests from this point.
Yeah.
It just turned night. I wonder. I wish I was watching the moment turn night so I could count the seconds to see if he's gonna make this. I think he'll get
For
there. Just in time.
Dante, I don't think so.
No, actually, no. I think it turned night before I was started counting. So.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least there's extra skulls you can pick up here. I think this might get Fabio to 10. Looks like it should. Meanwhile, rockchalk getting the boomerang off Skull Mask here.
So there's half of the Jabu puzzle, and rockchalk will probably be diving into river here in a second, and probably be heading towards the other, what we presume might be the other half. Like, this is just this is just incredible, like, not just like amazing and just efficiency and how this is working out for a child 1 to be able to possibly knock out 2 medallion dungeons like this.
Yeah, and obviously we'll see pretty quick here if this ends up being letter. Small chest.
Although, Jay pointing on chat, yeah, rockchalk did just walk by a child Goron City, so that hookshot may or may not be an issue. I could see it being an issue for a while, unless it is, unless Goron City is like the hookshot is hinted in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and it just depends if that's the only available hookshot. So, you know, did we get a path to Phantom Ganon?
I don't believe we've seen that hint yet,
Yeah,
so we'll probably want to keep an eye out for where that hint pops up and if it does exist and what it tells us.
Yep. Because there's a chance that that hookshot does not lock the other hookshot. At this moment in time, we have no reason to believe that both hookshots are required. Water is one of our stones. And Fabio gonna go adult.
Go adult, and it is worth mentioning Fabio not progression, but he did pick up the Big Goron sword off of 10 skulls, so you know something nice to have really early in a season.
It really is. Is that the other hookshot?
Oh, is it? I thought that was. Oh wait, sorry, it screens a little. Oh, it is the other. Yeah, it is the other hookshot. Are you Are you kidding me?
Seed?
What?
What?
So
What's
to
happening?
to make a quick edit to what you said a minute ago, Mel. No, they do not lock each other. So
Nope.
and now each runner has a different hook shot.
Yeah. Where did we get our scale? Are they both technically bomb locked though?
Scale was in Deku, which the Cohere Sword was bomb locked in Lost Woods.
Yeah, so
yeah,
sure. And Dodongo's Cavern is our forest medallion. We had been talking about that earlier. Jabu
Wait,
has our
Jabu's
bow.
Path to Phantom Get. Oh well, I think I know what's in there.
I'm pretty sure Jabu has our bow.
Unless it's
I
I
might
guess
be making assumptions, but
I mean, unless it's some sort of bullshit that unlocks Minuet or Saria somehow, but I would need a minute to think about how that could show up. It's more likely it's just a bow.
yeah, I don't believe it can because it's our spirit medallion. Forest is our shadow medallion, so they can't equally lock an item that locks forest together.
Right, and
Wrong?
yeah, DC's 4, so that unlocks 2 songs right away for them.
Yeah.
And Rudo's, assuming this is Rudo's letter here in Domain, if ZL's like just available, that's another song. So it's very likely Minuet or Saria's is just available.
Yep.
From that chain alone. So yeah, it seems most likely it would be bow.
My favorite is gonna be when it ends up being like hammer.
So rockchalk before doing Domain is gonna use the scale and pop out here and do Lake Hylia. Since we don't have Serenade early, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting Pierre up and ready, just in case.
Free shirt, deep fire.
Yeah, and a Goron tunic that we hopefully don't actually need, but
nah, we gonna need it. This is S5. Deep stone fire finds a way.
Alright, we have Favio in Force Med DC. Gonna be able to clear this out quickly and get another medallion. And there's the reminder of the boomerang on Skull Mask.
Skull Mask, you want that? Yeah, first bow being in Jabu would be pretty unfortunate. Hey, magic. I am very suspicious of this first half hour.
Seed?
I don't like this. Yep, Furor's ready to use.
So, yeah, and to correct something I said earlier, no, that Furor's win will be used quite a bit then.
Yep. Yeah, and that is going to be nice for Fabio. That does give options where you want to dip things. So if that bow, for example, is in Jabu, Fabio can go into forest, as deep as possible without a bow and not feel too bad about it.
Yeah.
Where's our Nocturne?
Well, we don't. Well, admittedly, we don't have Nocturne yet, but again, we have a bunch of songs that are going to be coming up here.
Yep. We'll find out. I am guessing most certainly where our ZL is here. I totally missed that hint.
I believe that was a repeat of the Shadow Path to Twinrova hand.
Okay.
Well, this is something for 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of this could be all for naught if any of those items that we need to get into Stone Shadow end up being hidden in some stupid places, but
Yeah, why did it have to end up in, like, the neediest dungeon? Fire you can walk in without anything. Shadow's like, oh, you need 2 things just to get in the door, a third to get past the first gap. Like, come on. Game. Hey, another bottle.
Another bottle?
Rush ice again.
Yeah, Shadow... someone jokingly said this once, it's not, obviously, it's exaggerated, but someone said once the Shadow Temple requires about a dozen items.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly that many, but it sure feels like.
Oh, big toast.
It does. Wonder if that's Orita's letter. Rockchalk's gonna run over there and grab a fish
anyway.
in preparation, assuming that this is what we're looking for.
The optimism.
All right, let's see if the optimism was correct.
Yes,
it was. Very nice.
All right. Chat unhappy with that discovery. I get it. Favio gonna be grabbing some bombs here. Gonna get 2 bomb refills. Fully abuse how broken this game is. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's really interesting that in that room there, that when you break the pot, when the bomb pops out, that you can go through the next room, come back, and the bomb is just sitting there, and you can hit the pot again and get yourself a second refill, and it's always a nice spot to quickly stock up if you happen to be running low, which, you know, you do use a few bombs in DC, so more often than not, it's you'll see runners grab that.
Yep.
And time for King Dodongo. Because what people joke is the hardest boss in the game because you can't one cycle him.
You can't one cycle King Dodongo.
Even with BGS, he just...
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, the questions I would love to ask the programmers.
Yeah, how did this happen? Tell me more.
Okay, well, Alfalfa,
I said this earlier, in a different streams chat, but pretty much anything comms say should be taken with a deleted in this rule set.
I figured that was probably assumed because going back to what we were saying a second ago about the program in this game with the glitches, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah. There's a lot of extremely fun things that people know how to do in this game. Yeah, double songs here. Storms.
Alright, so very early storms on Burning Cack.
Yeah, I would say Favio's really hoping ZL is on Prelude then. We're pretty short on places that it can be, anyway. Oh, Favio buying a shield. Yes. Good move.
I'm not at all surprised. One of the side effects of CSMC and not opening a bunch of small chests is the odds of you actually just finding a free Highland shield or the mirror shields. A little, well, I guess mirror shields in a bait chest, so that wouldn't be the same, but the odds of you finding a free Highland shield are way lower, so...
Yep.
Always good as adult to pick up a Highland shield when you're in CAC the first time.
Yeah, and this is so... This first half hour has been so progression heavy. I mean, we've got rockchalk, who will be finishing up Jabu. Favio has finished Dodongos. I imagine rockchalk will be doing that as well after going adult. But there are just so many options right now.
Oh geez, there's one of our songs that we probably wanted. There's Requiem and the Windmill.
Yeah. So Lullaby's probably out there. I don't think there are any options left, actually, unless our adult spawn is fire.
Andrew, that's not quite the fire source we were.
Yeah, we
looking
need
for,
something
but-
else for that. Ooh, big chest.
All right, is this
Is this our bow?
is this a bow?
our
No, but
light arrows.
okay. So that can't even troll them now.
Nope. That is not our path to Phantom Ganon, though.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to shoot him with those to kill him. You have to shoot. You have to shoot Ganondorf, not Phantom Ganon, with light arrows. But
Yeah, bow. I wonder if bow is actually going to be in here, or if that's going to be something real bad.
I mean, with how nice these hints have been in the seeds been so far, I'm expecting the bow to just be on Baronade.
I think that was just a bloopy up in the crate.
Yeah, I believe so. Now Fabio doing the Dompe race. See if he can get by without getting a flame dropped directly on his head. Oh dear. Well, or that happens.
Yeah. Either pair of boots here would be unfortunate. Irons would be much more unfortunate than hovers, because we know we probably need those anyway. Shadow is path to Twin Brova, I believe it is.
Right. Yep.
And Abe with nothing.
No. I can't say I'm exactly surprised. Not every Spear Zero check in the game can have
Well, no,
have an item usually.
Especially when Deku had so much and wasn't technically Sphere Zero, but, you know, close enough. Wait, where was Sun Song? Oh, Windmill.
I believe Sunsong was on Bolero, maybe? Because they started with Bolero, so I imagine Fabio... I immediately didn't see it. Okay, here, I have another bomb bag. I imagine Fabio I imagine he had played it as soon as he went adult, and that's how he got down to DC.
Yep.
Oh,
that's right. Windmill was Requiem.
Oops, Fabio, I think, playing the wrong song there. Going to go out to the desert, and, rockchalk doing a nice little trick there, with the big Octo. If you enter the room and kind of turn to the left, if you backflip right before you would hit the cutscene trigger where Ruto, like, goes up the platform and the Octo comes down, when the Octo spawns, you actually be behind him, so you can immediately jump slash and kill him.
Nice. Fortress Foolish. AD takes a near-death sentence there.
Oh.
I mean, functionally, that is a death sentence for AD, because these runners can do... You can do big pose without Eponas.
I mean, from the viewer standpoint, that's definitely sad that Epona's gone. I will say, from a runner standpoint who gets tired of trying to ride the horse and make her do what I want, that is a celebration.
We're here for chaos.
Wait.
Minuet. Okay. So, is our adult spawn... Oh, Minuet.
No, ZL's at Minuet. That's
ZL
why
at
Minuet's there.
Now. Yep.
This is just a song
I forgot about that. Yep.
chain there, and there it is.
There it is.
So, we got a number of different songs from that chain. We did not actually come up with Nocturne yet. ZL does open Composer Grave. And obviously, logically, it opens now Ice Cavern. So a couple more. So we will be able to find Nocturne somewhere very soon.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yep, there it is.
There's our bow.
Oh, what? And mirror
Huh.
shields in the first check in force? Are you kidding me?
What is this?
So that
How?
so that definitely. So first of all, that definitely I believe would put strength 2 in Shadow then.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so we need to track down. We just need to track down Dins and Hovers.
Dins, Hovers, and yeah, we know one of the 2 places Nocturne is, so
Right.
those fire arrows could be important. Maybe we have fire-locked fire today. The long shot is available for logical crossing to get to the haunted wasteland check.
Yeah. Well, I think more importantly, long shot logically opens GTG just because Fortress is hinted.
Yeah, I don't care about GTG. Come on. I want the one-off random checks.
Well, I mean, we can get to Haunted Wasteland a different way just by reversing. We don't need
Yeah, but the game doesn't know that.
Well, the game might not know that, but the runners don't care.
Yeah, segue with the real question here. Is this gonna be like a 90-minute total race or somehow troll us into a 3+ hour epic?
And yeah, something that's being brought up in chat is also true. That it is possible we may not actually need the hover boots. If it's in the first 2 checks in Shadow,
Yep.
it might just be Dins.
Yep.
So this seed
Yeah.
could be incredibly fast.
Could be.
Or we've just now opened the massive casino for
Yeah.
at least for Din's Fire, and we might be here a while. Just totally depends.
Yep. It both is and isn't a jet.
But yeah, and I want to speak to something in chat that I know some of the runners that are in the S5 brackets could say, and that I can definitely speak to. Yeah, if I was playing this in a 1v1, and this feels like a nightmare just because of how fast this feels, because it feels like one tiny mistake loses you the race.
Yeah.
Or could lose you the race.
Yeah, especially, I mean, seeing that mirror shield in particular, finding those fire arrows, when Favio eventually does go into Jabu and sees light arrows and a bow in there. What a trash adult spawn.
Oh. I was like, wait, why is rockchalk standing outside the
Rockchalk was
domain,
like swimming out of the domain
the diving
entrance.
spawn domain. Okay, admittedly that one's not quite as funny as falling from the top of waterfall and River. I do get a kick out of that one as well.
Yeah, I do like the adult spawn where you're like under the ice.
Mm-hmm. And you just pop
float up. Always amusing.
Yeah, and I guess I should mention my favorite. I think the most amusing child spawn I love seeing it. Actually, for some reason, is when they somehow spawn an adult archery and walk out of a building that's not actually there.
Yep.
It's like, excuse me.
I saw this pretty recently. Adult spawn in the mask shop, and someone just turned right around and grabbed the mask, the Keaton mask.
Oh, rockchalk reading a hint telling us the bottom of the well is foolish.
Oh.
So that just took out one of the probably more attractive place to look for like an item if they were missing it, but it also greatly helps us narrow it down too. So actually a pretty good hint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean rockchalk did basically clear child then.
Yeah, I take back what I said about
Valley.
that being an option for left for child. It's not. Nice slingshot in force.
Interesting. That can't be our first slingshot, right?
It could be. Yeah, I think it could be, because Deku only locked, Storm, so
Okay.
you could just, because we have both hook shots available. You just need to beat DC to get Minuet to get ZL.
Yeah, and Song of Time was in Ranch, so yeah. It checks
so,
out.
like,
I hate it, but it checks out.
yeah, there's nothing really locking that slingshot for me in the first one.
The forced double dip of Deku is always the, like, worst logical aspect of this game. You're not doing it, you're just B1 skipping, but...
Sorry, Favio, read the hint and then paused for a second. Like, saying, did that really say well foolish? Yeah, it did.
It's good that Favio has that hint, though, because...
So good, here's the other one right next to it.
Yeah, both right here. Enjoy. But Bottom of the Well, I mean, in Chess Size Matches content, it barely takes any time, but it is still time. You've got the cutscene, you've got getting there. It's still a commitment.
So rockchalk is heading through Lost Woods, is going to be making his way into Forest, opting actually to do this. Oh, Favio's immediately going, oh shit, at reading that Jabu Path of PG hand.
Yep, going, oh, my bow is in Jabu. All right.
Yeah, and this is the play to go back child to get that boomerang and head off to domain, no doubt.
Yep. And, I mean, Favio almost has an easier time at this point with all of these warp songs. It's not gonna feel good seeing that bow, and again, those lights in there, but... I don't think you start panicking too much yet at this point, even though knowing everything has kind of been along the way.
Yeah, but yeah, but rockchalk actually, because he's going straight to Forest here from Goron City, he did not actually get some of the, or all those warp songs, so a little bit more time movement through the overworld, although, I think his routing was still so good early on that it probably isn't too big of a...
Yeah, I think the worst
deal.
part is that, that adult spawn doesn't get you anything, basically. You've got Prelude at this point, and you're gonna be hiking over. And, yeah, we could have Strength 2, or Hammer in Shadow for Strength 2 in Deep Fire. I hate it, but we could.
Yeah, and rockchalk now entering Forest and getting that mirror shield, and probably thinking the same thing we were thinking. All of us here watching a race thinking, what is going on here?
Yep. Yeah. And Favio has one kind of big advantage, and that's gonna be that other hook shot. Until rockchalk, I mean, rockchalk doesn't have a lot of reason to go backchild ever. So if that long shot were to come into play, Favio is most likely to get that in river.
Yeah, I think he would maybe likely find that before rockchalk would go child Goron City, but although, as of... yes, Big Goron Sword is definitely just a 30-minute time save. I don't know why, but I love that meme so much.
For anyone new, that's just us joking. It doesn't save that much time. That was
Yeah.
probably the question I was most afraid to ask when I first joined this community. I'm like, it can't possibly actually save that amount of time, can it?
No, not unless it like. Well, actually, I don't even know. I don't know if it O-code every enemy if it would actually save 30 minutes even, but
Yeah, but I mean, it does. It saves some time. Which sometimes the amount of time that it saves is not insignificant in a race where runners are so good. Like in the top 64, yeah, you're not crying about finding Big Goron's sword.
no. No, and now we see Favio diving into River from here. He might. I don't know if he's actually going to clear River or not. He actually can get No, he's just gonna go straight into Domain, which makes sense given the hint. He did have the option to full clear River there because he does have Song of Storm, so he could have even done Frogs in the rain, but
Yeah, I mean, you walk out probably anyway after Jabu, but with all of those warp songs, maybe Fabio just chooses to warp out.
I maybe from his perspective too, he might be in a bit of a trying to, be in be in a bit of a hurry given because he figures Rudo's letter's probably here.
Yep.
Bo's in Jabu. He knows that gives him 5 medallions already.
Yep.
So he's not missing that much for Gomo at this point. So in that stage, you might want to play a little more aggressively, especially since the start of the seed and getting the boomerang and all that didn't quite go as planned.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, between rockchalk going through forest and finishing up to Dongos, and Fabio going through Jabu and then finishing up forest, they probably will be closer than it might feel right now. I do think rockchalk still has a bit of a lead after that point. But there, depending on what we see in forest here, that's kind of where the hunt begins. We just know we want the bottom of the well.
Yeah, although I admittedly some of that mystery of what their routing is going to be might be taken, possibly taken away after this because, if, like, say one of them, like, rockchalk, knowing he needs Nocturne, goes and checks, like, Composer Grave, and it's, and it isn't, he gets all the songs, and he does Composer Grave, and it isn't Nocturne. Well, he knows Nocturne's an ice, so he's just gonna go do ice, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Since he knows he needs the song, so that would kind of lock in that bit of the route for the next little bit.
Yeah. I also, this sounds bad because obviously I'm playing into the Season 5 meta, but I don't hate the idea of playing Bolero and just going and seeing if you're hammer locked in fire. Just checking that first room, especially with that available tunic. And rockchalk will have both runners will have the option when they go into Composer Grave to actually use those fire arrows on Anju. Show us adult shooting a few random checks that you otherwise kind of don't go out of your way for.
And admittedly, a little bit of a tricky part for Fabio though is because he already did adult CAC before actually. Getting ZL. Without Nocturne, Composer Grave's kind of just there. I mean, he did not make Dompe time the first time, so maybe if he wanted to do it a shout, he could go back.
Yeah.
And get that routed in maybe here after he beats Jabu, but rockchalk will just be able to get Composer Grave when he's heading down at that direction after beating DC and racks up all those songs that we know about.
Yeah. And hey, Soulblade, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We've got a seed here.
So, chat was pointing out a second ago, actually, like, that we're missing a 5th path hint. I do want to actually bring that up, because I believe, we will not get a Path of King Dodongo hint, because I think with the bomb bag and, the graveyard, that there are 2 available bomb bags. So, that could put the 5th path hint, as a second Twin Rova hint. Now, it could just point at where Nocturne is.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a chance it might point at, like, Dins or Hovers.
Mm-hmm.
So that could perhaps, maybe give them a little bit of extra info. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go way out of their way to find, said hint, of course. Because, you know, at the end of the day, there's, all the hint stones I think we haven't seen yet, like, there's, like, the hints in Lake and Hyrule Field and...
Yep.
Like, Valley, the one in Valley, stuff like that. I don't think they're necessarily worth getting. So...
We could also... I think the only other option that we would have, we know now, in theory, likely, our strength does lock our other strength. But as you said, we've already got that path information for Twin Rova. We could see Temple of Time to Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, we could see that. Chad is pointing out, of course, that we literally saw the Mirror Shield here in Forest, so you could get Forest Temple Path of Twin Rova, you know, directly.
Temple of Time to Twin Rova, just for, you know, real fun.
Yeah, Minuet to unlock ZL. Because very likely, we need ZL to beat Spirit. So yeah, it could be something useless. It could be Cack Path of Twin Rova for Requiem, because usually that's basically I can come up with any hit that points at Twin Rova.
Yeah.
For about anything that we've seen at this point. So, and in all honesty, the odds are it's not going to probably give us the information.
Yeah. Lost Woods was really stacked today. We didn't really talk about that, but it did have our boomerang, our Kokiri sword, and a bomb bag.
Yeah.
That's insane. Alright, so I believe this is lights for Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio made his way into Jabu's gotten his light arrows in. When he gets to Baronet, who will have his bow and be back in Forest, I'd imagine. Maybe shortly after, while rockchalk is continuing his way through Forest, has made it to the checkerboard room. Not really found much of not found anything else besides the Mirror Shield in here, although there's a big chest here in checkerboard.
Why is there always a big chest here? Always.
Oh, I'm so shocked that's what was in it, by the way.
Aww.
I've seen that shit happen way too much
bow.
in that chest.
Always.
Yeah, I know, chat, right? A bow-locked bow. It's almost as if we knew the other 2 bows might be bow-locked based on the Jabu Path of PG hand.
I am shocked. Honestly, our other bow is probably vanilla on horseback archery.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. Oh, this game sometimes, I swear. I mean,
This game...
I didn't think the seed could be that nice, but...
But also, you hate seeing a locked bow there. It could also just be hanging out on Phantom Ganon. We could see one.
Yeah, because what's better than one Belloc bow in Forest than having both of them?
Both of them.
Also, yeah, happy 1 hour while both these runners are going through some stuff. let's give a shout out to everybody who's making this restream happen tonight.
Yeah, of course, thank you to the runners, Favio and rockchalk, for allowing us to restream. I am very afraid of the shenanigans that this seed is going to come up with. Our trackers tonight, Mr. Mario and Artificial Red. Thank you both. You're doing a great job. Our restreamer, J-Bone, and Sea Falcon. Bobby, thanks for being on comms.
Oh, of course, I love watching his S5 matches. But this insane. This has been insane this first hour. Like, I've seen plenty of Jetsies, but this is this one, at least for now, has the potential still to be something, at least for sure, one of the more loaded first hours I can remember.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Right, Magic was in DC. Very first check. Oh no. Riley, please. Now Mario's gonna leave. Jabu has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright, nothing in the basement here.
No, I'm honestly also shocked that that's on a big chest, because a group of friends of mine and myself also jokingly called that chest the quote-unquote randomizer vanilla location for Strength 2. Obviously we knew it probably wasn't going to be there today based on our hints, but
Yep.
you know, there could have been, dins or hovers there or something like that.
Yeah, it's surprising not to see something there. It just means it's gonna be on Phantom Ganon instead. Alright, so simultaneous boss fights here. Fabio will be finishing up Baronade. Right there.
See if yep, Rockchalk's gonna go. Oh no, he's on. Okay.
Bow for Fabio.
Yep, Fabio's got the bow.
We are gonna dodge double fours today here.
Yeah.
Just barely, but we are.
Yeah, so chat and also on a much more serious note, myself can keep our sanities.
Yeah, I really like Forest. I will always be like, Forest is so cool, it's got great music, great aesthetic, but it does get a little boring when everyone is in there doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think Phantom Ganon is not cooperating right now for Rockchalk.
Sometimes Phantom Ganon is the biggest troll boss. Sometimes it's not Twinrova. Yeah, Phantom Ganon wanted to make a liar out of me.
When's Phantom Ganon gonna be in Mario Tennis? That's my question.
Ooh.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
Zone of Agony. And Dins!
What is going on here?
I don't like this. I mean, honestly, at this rate, I am thinking our Strength 2 is actually in the first two of Shadow, and we don't need hovers.
Alright, Alright, so now time for Rockchalk to grab, the many... Oh, he's gonna grab, Lax here, along with the... Oh no, he hasn't beat DC yet. He was just grabbing Lax. Now he's gonna go beat DC, and then gonna start grabbing, a bunch of different songs.
Yep. Major song chain coming here.
No,
Yeah,
Riley,
Riley-
I 100% agree.
Yep.
Like,
Same. We know Nocturne is either Composer Grave or Ice.
yep. Only 2 locations.
Oh,
Oh, well,
that's nice
Fabio-
for Fabio.
yeah, Fabio's seeing the boss key actually in Child Spirit, so rockchalk will actually have to go back Child at least one more time.
Yep. Oh, who put this Stelfos here? And why?
Oh, the bubble!
Oh,
The bubble also got in the way of the boomerang.
I recently learned how to do the chew setup, and I'm like, this is great. Why would I ever bother with anything else?
So, so the strat most people use is that like if you not that when you enter the
choice.
normally when you enter the room, if you have Deku nuts equipped, you can immediately throw one and stun the Stalfos and then line yourself up and
Fabio with 1 heart.
well, these pots have, so we're at least got one of those hearts back, but you normally can throw a Deku nut right away when you enter the room and then hit the switch with either slingshot or boomerang. And yeah, Jay, I find the slingshot actually a little bit easier at times, but yeah, Fabio does play on keyboard, so probably boomerang is a little easier.
Alfalfa, one of our other keyboard warriors. Speaking to the mechanics of that room. Hey, FMZ too. Spill all of the secrets.
All right, so here's the magic for rockchalk.
Yep. I think this is the point where the runners actually start panicking. They're like, oh god, how deep into shadow do I have to go?
Yeah, rockchalk probably wondering right now, thinking, is it this easy?
Mm-hmm.
It can't be, right? There's I'm gonna need hovers, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thoughts that at least go through my head when I'm running. I'm like, no, the seeds aren't this nice.
Yep.
Hi, Elagacho. What the fuck is going on here?
Potential jet seed?
Yeah. I think that's the way to describe it at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, rockchalk is gonna finish up. Dodongo's here, obviously. And then has to make some decisions. I think we're both expecting him to go chase the songs. Looking for Nocturne. And Fabio is going to finish up Forest and then kind of do the same. I don't know, being that you're in Forest, that you know, you have Minuet and Bolero. I don't know if Ice is the first place you go. But it's also terrible to get back to Composer Grave, so.
Yeah, it is, but I even with a little bit of hike, I feel like it's really hard to not just go check Composer Grave first, because that's definitely still less time than you're committing to Ice. But then again, maybe Fabio, you know, feels behind because of what happened with setting up Skullmaster, the Boomerang, and the Bow and Jabu, and
yeah, and there is a Fire Luck check there. I don't know how compelling it is as a, like, point towards going Composer Grave first. Oh, Fabio, you need that key. Yeah, it's just one of those two locations has your Nocturne. And the other is Saria's. Yeah, I think rockchalk definitely goes Composer Grave first here. You're literally dropped at the bottom of the mountain. I don't think you question it. Rockchalk hasn't turned in 10 skulls yet. Hasn't done any of adult cac. We can see adult shooting.
Yeah, he's just gonna Yep, he's gonna pick all of that stuff. Although I do agree with what's being said in chat that I think if you're rockchalk at this point, I mean maybe you do maybe you like because if you pop into you're popping into Composer Grade, maybe you at least check that while there. But I am okay if he runs by every other other check, to be honest, in the position he's in, because for all he knows, he might literally only need the song, and then he's in go mode, and that'll save him some time. And you know, because he'll get Nocturne, he'll be able to come back to any and all those checks if he's looking for hovers. And also, as I said in chat, if Nocturne does end up being ice, well, I mean, maybe hovers are also an ice, and then you just run into them along the way.
Yep.
But there's 5 medallions just short of an hour 13.
Wow.
And now for rockchalk to start picking up the amount of songs. Okay, he actually is going to check the
Yeah, those first 2 checks.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that we saw the boss key in Child Spirit, at the start, if Knocktraps would have happened to be in Composer Grave here, and then the strength is in the first 2 checks in Shadow, at the start of this, when we had the stat screen up, we had rockchalk's best time. I'd be willing to say if that boss key hadn't been in Child Spirit, if all that plays out, that he would have had a really good chance of challenging that time.
Yeah.
For his best time, honestly. Like...
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong play here in rockchalk's case. It's just knowing what we know, obviously, it makes it a little easier to say, you know what, maybe you do skip all of the checks and you just go for the songs.
Yeah, he's correct. He's doing the safe play in a 1v1, just making sure to grab all these. And I guess from a statistical standpoint, obviously with the amount of checks of Shadow, literally all but 2 of them are hovers locked, so...
Yeah.
The odds are you will need hovers.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's so nice that hint is literally the hovers are like vanilla, and then strength 2's further in, and then congratulations, you're done, or...
Right.
Even if you need them. It could be that friendly, but...
Oh, that would be disgusting. Vanilla hovers. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised the way this seed has been.
I've seen more than a few seeds with vanilla hovers. Yep, he did get BGS, so.
Yep, the runners have equal sword power now. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely just beeline up to that Composer Grave.
Oh, he's gonna check
no.
shield grab. I imagine he's probably not doing Dompe though.
No.
Because that would be.
I would think not.
That would actually be a little bit of a time commitment. I'm Alfalfa, I'm not gonna lie, my first thought was Dompe throwing fire, not rockchalk throwing the race, but
Yeah, right.
that may have had both meanings, and also the immediate at T-Risk following that also I love your chat sometimes so much. Yeah, no,
Okay.
this is in the composer grade. We're not checking. We're not doing Dompe. We're gonna see if
No.
Nocturne is in here.
Yeah. And if Nocturne isn't in here, I mean, then maybe Dompe, but I sort of doubt it.
I mean, if it's not in here, I imagine well, he hasn't checked Prelude yet, so he'll probably go to Temple of Time and see if that's Nocturne, and then if not, then probably a Bolero play into Ice from there.
Yeah. Let's see. Still needs to do the Requiem check too.
Oh, I guess yeah, Requiem probably. Why is there a big chest? Oh, never mind. Gonna ignore that. Alright. What is it? Oh.
Rush Ice?
Yep. We are going to be heading to Ice Cavern. I am absolutely shocked that he's doing Dompe though after this.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he's a little in his head. What have I missed? That's a Sphere 0 check. We know that the only thing of like actual significance is that hookshot on Hot Rodder Goron. However, Favio didn't go river, so
Yeah, they both
river is also MIA. Like they're even on that.
Yeah, as far neither one of them has long shot and therefore does not actually even know GTG is in Logic right now, but nor is it really probably on either runner's mind now. And
Fabio, that's not ice. Oh, graveyard.
So he's getting lax, and yeah, no, he's gonna go check Composer Grave first.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't sure, J-Bone, if Fabio would risk ice versus going Composer Grave, but I guess not. You know, the torches there are probably also hanging in the back of your mind. Alright. So, I do think this means Rockchalk is going to get into ice first. Oh, that is not getting the song.
He's checking the ferry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I 100% agree in chat. This is also admittedly not the Rockchalk that I know either. Like,
Yeah,
I thought for sure he would just go straight to checking the songs and then to ice. Oh, well.
Oh.
Unless he finds those.
Never mind.
Unless he finds those.
Okay. Sounds good. What is this? Here I was about to make a, analysis of how the 1v1 metagame gets even worse when it's a loser goes home kind of scenario.
I have failed to mention this entire time when talking about like how they feel that this is a loser bracket match and that the loser's out of the tournament. These two are fighting for the tournament lives here, so that can definitely affect some decisions.
Yep. Yeah, and it's like you get it. The hovers are more than likely needed.
Yep, and here's the here's Bolero. We're going to Ice Cavern. Now, again, I am curious because the only problem that rockchalk might have at this point is the fact that because the spirit boss key is on Child's side, does he? And I think the answer to this, actually, well, partially depends on whether or not those hovers are required, and if they are when Fabio finds them, or not. But does rockchalk have enough of an advantage to where if he has to full clear adult spirit, can he get back to Child and get the boss key?
No. I believe is the answer here. Because Fabio's going to get this song and then immediately Bolero or Minuet, whichever he prefers, and go ice. They're basically even at this point, except for those hovers. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough call. When you decide to go check Colossus Fairy, of all checks, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is gonna be. Yeah, probably reversing GTD would be win.
Which makes sense. I mean, I think that is probably Fabio's play anyway. There's still some Adult Lake, there's Fire obviously, but we don't have a compelling reason to go into Fire. We don't have Hammer. I don't know if Fabio ever saw the Goron tunic in the lake.
I don't believe so. And yeah, Longshot is available, but neither runner actually, I guess at this point, knows that it is because they have different hook shots. And Jay actually just pointed out in chat what I was mentioning a second ago. I don't know whether Fabio will go mode ice or not and risk that hovers are either not required or just not in there. I have a feeling he will, but I guess I'll wait and see. I know rockchalk for sure will go mode this.
Absolutely.
He has no reason to do anything but go get the song.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, again, with chess size matches contents, it's not like it adds too much extra time unless all of them happen to be big chess. I just don't know what that could be at this point. Third strength cannot be in ice, unfortunately, because Shadow Temple is Path to Twinrova, and the only item we are missing is that strength 2. So it could be a hammer in there. It could be iron boots or gold scale, something to really trip us up.
Yeah, it could be, yeah, it's either strength 2 directly or something that leads to it, so, you know, it could be an item. It could be an item that forces one of these runners to make a, decision. Now, both of them, because they have each other's hook shots, both of them could be wondering if it's actually long shot for GTG access and it's in there. We know that is actually not the case.
Yeah.
But I definitely would be wondering if it's something...
Right. How much bait is this?
Mind you, with the hint, of course, they're both just gonna go straight in there. I think they're just gonna follow the hint. They're not gonna assume that it is some sort of like bait hint. Yeah, it could be it could be something like hammer or iron boot. Iron boots would be the spiciest thing as far as this goes, because if strength 2 is like on Morpha, then they would have to find each other's hook shots.
Yes.
And
gross.
That could get a little bit interesting. I'm under the impression that it probably is just strength 2, but
yeah, given how this has all been, probably.
But that's just a bunch of theory crafting at this point. We are only about it. I think we're very short time away here from finding out, first of all, if those hover boots are actually required.
Yeah, I am very curious if those hover boots are required. I'm trying to remember. Requiem was in the windmill. Minuet was locked behind the dongos, which locked ZL.
I think that's why Fabio actually missed the hovers there, because if I remember correctly, actually, when he went back to Child Spirit, I don't remember if he had ZL or not. Maybe he just didn't do the fairy. I feel like he dipped Force and then went back Child, so he would have had...
Yeah, he definitely had ZL. Just didn't go check that fairy. Which... it's a decision.
Wait, was that the last path in Temple of Time for Queen Goma? Well, thank you, game.
Boo.
So, for those who tuning in late, that would be Minuet to get to Forest, because I guess that's a wassailing shot in Forest. Which I know we had briefly discussed, but I guess that is in fact the case. Which, to be fair, the slingshot does lock Song of Storm, so there's a good chance the other two slingshots are just Storms locked.
Just hanging out in bottom of the well.
Foolish well, yeah, that might be where they are.
Gross. That's some trash there. Right, rockchalk is showing us these first rooms in shadow. Small key. Yeah, we gotta take that just in case. Okay.
I think Fabio stream has
Yeah,
okay,
Epson chat for Fabio's internet.
Okay, alright. We good. Or
No.
not. God damn it. Whoops.
It's back. It's not back.
I commentary cursed his internet.
Okay, we won't look at it. We're just gonna look at rockchalk and see if this is a big chest. Nope.
It is not. So hover boots are required.
required. All right, so the race is on to find out if Fabio goes and gets those hovers pretty quickly.
Yeah, that definitely gives rockchalk the advantage here.
Yeah. Yeah, you imagine Fabio goes down river, possibly, And I do think reversing to GTG is probably the most appealing play, and so it could be pretty quickly that Fabio finds those.
Yeah,
but rockchalk clearly has a significant advantage here.
Yeah, turns out rockchalk being a bit more thorough actually paying off here in the end. All right, is this it? No.
Nope.
I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah.
Don't
I
know.
mean, it could be.
Could be, but I'm just gonna say no. That would be very interesting if it was.
Imagine some absolutely like it is just hanging out in Central Pillar. Like,
now
disgusting.
we know the other wallet to buy one of those is on Big Goron, so that would, if that's it, that would also imply that our trade quest item is in some place that
we saw a wallet
not accessible, or a wallet rather.
We need 2 wallets for Zora Tunic.
But yeah, we would need that wallet from Big Goron.
Yeah.
So our trade quest item would be in some place that would just not be accessible logically. So if it is the Zora Tunic, but rockchalk killing the enemies in this room. I don't know if he saw something across the way or maybe he, right, no, sorry.
There's an invisible chest here.
Well, rockchalk picked up the lens out of Composer Grave, though, didn't he? He could have put that on real quick and looked, and then maybe he forgot. I barely gave the lens any attention myself when he picked it up, so maybe he just gonna burst it off.
All right, looks like we are seeing treasure chest minigame. So get your guesses in chat. I am out immediately. Lots of L starts though.
Okay, Fabio, might just time warp back to the beginning.
No. Stop. Alright. Well, what I saw looked like a... Oh, actual time warping. I must be behind. Dang. The spoilers. So sorry, everyone.
I was gonna say, is that the actual?
I'm pretty sure
answer?
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Chat.
There it is.
rockchalk just found string 2 on my end, chat. If it, yep, okay, that's synced up. Cool. All right.
That's where I am. Yep.
All right. Just want to make sure, didn't want to spoil our finding of our go mode item there.
Mm-hmm.
So rockchalk in go mode, just under an hour 35.
Yep. Favio cleaning up child checks, it looks like. This could, Blast Egg, I did not win. I was just putting the final result in. Thank you, though.
But yeah, Fabio's doing some child cleanup. Now, if he happens to dive into River here, during that, he's gonna go to Child Goron City first. But if he happens to dive in there, he will see the long shot and no GTGs in logic, and that might be when he reverses. and as a result might find the hovers. Now, I don't know if depending on how quickly he does it, if that actually buys him enough time to get still have a chance. But
yeah, I think the most interesting thing is doing child cleanup does push him to river, and that long shot will be known, which again, that reverse play is kind of what we're hoping for here for Favio's sake. We do like to keep a close race. And rockchalk is gonna go through Spirit. This isn't gonna be the worst. Having magic and Furor's Wind, you can just, you know, pop right back down after melting the face, go get that boss key.
yeah, does take a little bit of time to full clear Spirit Temple, but still I think he's in a good spot at this point in the race. Although I would know as a runner again in this position, being Gomwood, I'd be getting more and more annoyed each check that is not the boss key.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd just be begging to see to please just let me out of here.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm picturing these runners and their faces as they see just small key after small key. And then the just crushing weight of that realization, I have to go child again.
And I can just and also I can also just hear the words they might be saying while this is happening. And just like the level of like just tension I guess building as each check goes along here and they don't find it.
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier, especially in a seed that has played out like this, where all of the items have really been along the way except for those hovers. You're expecting any second for your opponent to dot done.
Right, hey Guppy, hovers are in the Colossus Ferry, and thank you Frogs1 for ice arrows.
Thanks, game.
I don't unfortunately again this is not a mean percent race, and even if it was, Neighbor's Love is out of our reach. Favio has seen the long shot.
Okay.
I believe he saw it up on the lower heart piece there. I imagine he's grabbing the chicken and he's gonna go pick it up.
Yes, Guppy, we are expecting this to be sub 2 for rockchalk.
Yeah. He just was that 2 keys in child climb there? Did he just find like all 5 small keys?
Yeah.
Within like 7 or 8 checks. That was.
Yep.
And yeah, strength 2 is in shadow. It is in the redid room right before the shadow pot, so about halfway through shadow.
Thing about this tournament, honestly, all of top 64 is just so stacked. You never know how a rando is gonna rando in a 1v1. I think usually I don't hear runners feel too sad about how they've performed, regardless, so I think Favio will be okay, but we'll see. It's not over until it's over, so. Hey, Haiti.
So rockchalk now has made it to the he's made it to the mirror shield chest, so he does not have too much left in adult spear here before he finds out that the boss key is on child side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Favio to find the hovers was already probably on, if he even had a chance, was on a very short timer, and I think a timer's run out.
Yeah.
At this point.
The timer was pretty short to start with, because rockchalk did, you know, get to go straight for that song in ice. Had the hovers already.
And by the way, we're getting information in chat. The fastest heat so far in this tournament is 209, and this is definitely
On pace
definitely gonna top that by a few minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there should be no reason that this doesn't become the fastest one so far, but you never know. We don't have double defense. These runners are more than skilled enough to not die to Iron Knuckles, especially with Big Goron Sword, but you never know. Sometimes they just get a cheeky cheap shot in and suddenly you've been one-shotted.
Yeah, no. I guess that's the other important point to make earlier about like the amount of health you get. 5 hearts is also a good place because it means you won't get one shot by by things of that nature. Which is definitely a more comfortable feeling, even as a top runner, than walking in and basically playing as if you're, you know, on Oko.
Yep. Okay, so rockchalk setting for Auror's Wind at the top here. Gonna melt the face to go Child to get the boss key and Child Spirit. You set it up there so you can just hop right down.
And yeah, question, chat. Rockchalk got the he got hovers as adult. He was actually heading out to Colossus to check the song to see if it was Nocturne. He had not done that yet, whereas Favio had already done that at that point.
Hey, Zelda Speedruns. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We've had a jet seed here tonight.
Yeah. It's about all I can say. It's been a jet. If you are tuning in, if you're coming from that raid and you're seeing a runner in go mode, sub 145, you are not imagining that. And rockchalk seeing a big chest in Child Spirit, Sunblock room, but knowing now that the boss key is in Child Spirit, so we're off to go get that.
Yep. You see the big chest, and then you're like, oh no, that's not gilded. That's not what I want. Oh, C-Square, I was thinking it might be one of our other slingshots. Spirit Boss Key is actually in Deep Fire. Those aren't the settings I agreed to. Alright, Favio equipping bombs, so we'll, you know, be in go mode here before rockchalk finishes, I believe.
Yeah, Favio would still possibly be in this if that strength was, you know, not like the first two, obviously, because you know it's hovers lock, but like one of the next two after that. But unfortunately, we know it's a little bit further into shadows. He's got a few minutes ahead of him after seeing this to go get them.
Yep. Oh, Favio just staring at those boots.
And there's a Nocturne. Favio staring at him, shaking his head, probably going, really? Or probably more likely saying something else that...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure seeing something like that, hindsight is 20/20. Favio's probably like, I should have done this when I was out here doing Child Spirit. I should have done this. But that's just kind of how the game works, you know? You're not always going to do every check that you can at that point in time. It's so unfortunate that this time that is going to hurt so bad. Yes, Fabio has boss key.
Yeah,
Spirit Temple.
he got it earlier. Yep. So when Fabio gets to strength 2, when he goes back adult, all he has to do is get the necessary 3 small keys to complete Spirit, and we know that all 5 of the small keys in Spirit show up pretty quick. So
yep. Yeah, it doesn't even have the decency. I wonder what your thought is, because I do assume Fabio feels a little behind, knowing when he could have picked up that check. Like, do you kind of hope the tunic is your path at that point?
I mean,
a little bit of I'm still in this.
Because of in the position he is, yes, he's probably hoping that the seed actually would turn back into more of a casino, because I mean, and I'm saying this as somebody who, I guess a little bit of a spoiler, second to last location is Magic on adult shooting in his match last week. So and I asked the same question that Fabio was probably asking, which is, why did I not just go check this like 45 minutes ago? But that just, as I said, that's just kind of the thing that happens in Rando. You kind of, when you're, especially in a race, you kind of have to pick and choose and make your decisions about, especially if you're like close, you know, what checks you'd actually decide to do. And especially again with this seed being a jet, yeah, if you just miss one thing, I think the phrase I heard one time is someone said that that with jet seeds is that seeds that sometimes when a seed's a jet, you'd miss the flight, referring to that one item that you just straight up miss.
Yeah.
And that happened to Fabio in this one, and not like I even entirely blame him for what happened either.
Yeah.
If hovers could have been on just some other random check, or even if they weren't required, we might be talking to Fabio as the winner.
Yeah. And I don't believe Fabio didn't even go in and check those the first 2. Right?
Did he go and check the... no, he did earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, he knew. Oh, God. That's when he lagged out. Okay, that's why we didn't.
Oh,
see,
okay.
I figured he had, because I figured he wouldn't have just run right by them when he went back in.
Right, yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. Also, Guppy, I don't want to laugh at that, but... Oh, that's brutal. But no, I absolutely know how he feels right now, and when he sees this strength 2 in just a minute, at this point now, of course the runners they're already on a 20-minute delay, but this is the point where Fabio, if he doesn't necessarily keep the race room open, he probably just immediately pulled up right now thinking, oh, he's done, right?
Yep.
Or he already had to have been done, or something like that.
All right.
Yep, there's his go mode.
Yes. I mean, this ended up being quite a bit closer than it looks like it could have. Fabio made the decision after finding that long shot to, go adult to reverse pretty quickly. Obviously, it's an entire adult spirit behind, but Fabio will be able to do all of that in one go here. We'll only need to find 2 small keys, which are available pretty early and can do the climb, so he'll actually get through Spirit a little faster even than rockchalk did. I don't think Fabio is sub 2 pace, even with that considered. I can't imagine getting through Adult Spirit and the Twin Rova fight and all of Climb.
Yeah, what I think, I was actually talking with this about this with someone a couple days ago. Like the just getting like the like the Noboru Knuckle fight and then Twinrova alone can be like 4 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the end of Spirit is not the fastest thing in the world.
Yep. Yeah, and in this case, it's probably even going to be longer than the rest of Fabio's Spirit.
Yeah, because he's just got to grab the keys. He's got one. He just
Yeah.
needs 2 more.
Yep.
And then the climb's like another 6 to 6.5. So
Yep.
that alone would put him over 2 hours.
Yep.
Put him around the, I think, yeah, Ribwater said chat like the 202. That put him around that time. Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Yep. Oh, and Fabio has long shot, which isn't going to save like a significant amount of time, but it all adds up. Alright, so Rockchalk is entering Ganon's castle, does not need to do any checks in here, just needs to fight the various levels of creatures.
Oh.
Okay.
So we were in, so I guess I'll say we were informed of an FPA call, I believe.
Yep. So
By
Fabio
Fabio
called
is this-
FPA. Yes.
Is this when it happened? Yeah. Okay.
Alright. VXR getting the command up in chat. Basically, FPA is fair play agreement. Fabio experienced some kind of technical difficulty that players have agreed they will each pause during. So as Fabio tries to resolve whatever the issue is, Rockchalk is also paused. Yeah, another FPA.
Talk to him quick, but
You
you're
hate to
paused,
see it, especially when you're Rockchalk. You know, you want to finish your climb, but we appreciate the runners doing this. Since our happy 2 hours will kind of overlap with everything, I think we should do our 2-hour shoutouts right now while we are waiting.
Oh yeah, of course. Shoutouts to Fabio and Rockchalk, our 2 runners today, for just an awesome performance during this incredibly fast seed. Our trackers who have have been very busy with all the items that came very quickly. Mr. Mario and Artificial Red, thank you both for that as well.
Yeah. Let's see, J-Bone, who is both our race monitor and our restreamer tonight. I forgot to mention the race monitoring.
Yes.
Fabio called FPA C-Square.
Yes. I'm under the impression this is something to do, I mean, maybe with the internet situation that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it might look okay, but maybe he's checking to make sure everything is good on that front.
Let's see. Yeah, we've had a lot of FPAs. I mean, I think it just happens to be that they are all happening on the restream races.
I would like to personally apologize again for mine last week for the horrible sound of the VC crash made in Forest. I think I might have hurt some people's hearing that day. My bad.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, VC crash sound is not amazing. Not at all.
No, it's not. It scared the shit out of me when I was playing, so I can only imagine folks watching what it sounded like.
It's one of my favorite ways to describe technology issues. It go brrr. I have never thought of myself as someone who is bad with computers until I tried to use RetroArch. Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by RetroArch chat. Because let me tell you. Alright, it looks like we are going again. Whatever issue it was has been resolved. Yeah, sound off in chat.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we have some. We got some people that seem to that have I guess been victimized by our RA. Yeah. But yeah, we are back underway here. Fabio needing 2 more keys in Adult Spirit here to get to Twinrova, and rockchalk starting to climb. Just took care of the Dinolfos and.
Yeah, Mr. Mario, I'm pretty sure rockchalk is gonna sub 5 this.
Well, he said sub 5S, so I thought he meant sub 5
5
seconds, which is incredible.
It might be close. Alright, rockchalk choosing to open that, probably for a heart, because remember that one-hit KO range we were talking about with Iron Knuckles?
Yeah,
he's in it.
Took a little damage. Going to go play it safe here instead of activating both at once.
Yep. Makes
taking
sense.
them out one
Grab
at a
these
time.
hearts. Yep.
Which honestly smart decision there, because at this point in the seed one, he did not want a death and that screw up to possibly be the reason you lose the race.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up some magic as well. A little short on that. And Fabio's just gotta push some mirrors. Yeah. Honestly, ordering a pizza sounds like a really good use of FPA time. I don't know if a race monitor would actually allow that to be covered under FPA. I think when you order dinner is something under your own control, but also sometimes you just can't account for, like, the munchies that OoTR inspires.
Well,
yes, fair pizza agreement. Oh yeah, Sponge randomly. What did Sponge?
Oh, I don't know this story. Please do tell.
It was in a practice race that Sponge was asyncing, I think. So it wasn't a like official race that Sponge was participating in. But yeah, started 20 minutes later and ended up, I think, ordering pizza.
Jeez.
I was like, bye. I'm gonna go do this. And that is Ganondorf down.
Yeah, rockchalk.
So distracted.
rockchalk killed Ganondorf so fast that we didn't even get to the end of the story, and he's already gone.
I talked about this before this stream started. I was like, the shorter the introduction, the better, because I will get distracted when chat talks about food. Yesterday it was poutine. Today it's pizza. Thanks, chat. We appreciate you being here.
I won't lie. I'll get distracted with talks about wings, but
yes, let's
my normal
wings.
My normal Friday afternoon meal.
Wings are so good. Okay, Mr. Mario, I need clarification. You had wing? Singular? Or wings? Like multiple?
Just one wing.
One wing. Exactly, one wing. I'm just like imagining the mentality I would have to have in my life to control eating only one wing. And phase 1 is done of Ganon for rockchalk.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of self-control. But head 4, okay.
Phase 1 of Twinrova is done.
Yeah, these two are. Yeah, don't worry, chat. I have utmost confidence that these two are getting through their fights to the point where I don't even have to.
Yeah, right.
To really talk about them.
They're so good. Well,
hold on, don't. rockchalk, don't. Okay, all right. Okay. I was gonna please don't prove what I said wrong right after I said that.
If we had genuinely comms cursed that, I would have felt so bad. But get your GGs in chat. Rockchalk is going to be finishing here. And Fabio, really just a climb and again and fight behind.
What a race. GG's Rockchalk on the wind.
Yep. First place, 2 hours and 56 seconds. Yep. That fair play agreement, killing the sub 2 unfortunately, but again, we appreciate the runners agreeing to that. No one, I'm gonna speak for all of the runners here, even though I'm not one of them. I don't think anyone likes to win because of something like that.
Oh no, not at all. All right, I believe we're joined by our 2 runners, Fabio and Rockchalk. GG's, guys.
GG's. Did that come through? Okay, yeah.
Yep, could hear you. I'm not sure if Fabio is with us yet, but yes, GG's. Anything you'd like to start us off with?
That was really silly.
Yeah, I was just gonna start with saying so. Holy shit, that seed.
Yeah. I think I hit go mode at like 120 or something around there, and I'm like, this reminds me of a seed I played about a year and a half ago. Where I finished in Adult 1, but unfortunately I did not finish in Adult 1 this time because the boss queue is on Child.
Was that the 135 year?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember who your opponent was that day?
I do.
Yes, so do I. And people were, but anyway, no, this seed reminded me a lot, honestly, in some ways of that. Like, you just got everything.
Yup.
Like, even when you needed hovers, you just check Colossus Fairy, and there they are. And like,
I actually almost skipped that. Like, I was just trying to rush the songs at that point. Maybe see if I could get the first 2 checks in Shadow, and that would just be Strength 2 or something. But I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. It's quick. I'm probably never coming back here without Strength 2, so just get it over with.
Yeah. One of the main differences in the seed that happened is, so obviously you both at the start got the Zora's Domain Path of Baron in hand, and then the Skull Mask Boomerang hand. And Rockchalk, you pretty much went, I'd say, pretty quickly right away to set up the Skull Mask and get Boomerang. Probably assuming Letter was just in Domain. Where Fabio, while doing that, made a separate trip to Ranch to get the song. And in doing so, because you guys had already done Deku, the time of day didn't work out to get over to CAC before night. So he was unable to actually get the Skull Mask in Child 1. So he went adult without having beaten Jabu, so there was an extra age change. Funny enough, one of the side effects of that was that he got oh, Rockchalk, you don't know about this hook shot. He got a hook shot off of Hot Rodder.
Nice.
And we thought, oh man, what if that makes a difference? And then you just popped into River, and there was the other one. It's like, okay, well, I guess this is probably not an issue then, but yeah, it was. I don't have much else to say. Like, the race was just insane. Like,
I don't know. I could have.
Fabio's here, but he's having some technical issues. So hopefully we can get him to hear us soon.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, worst case, there is always chat, right? But hopefully we get you there.
Could hear him for a second,
Yeah.
although I don't think the quality was the greatest.
He said he can't hear us, so maybe.
All right, chat. Do you have any questions for the runners? Yeah, we didn't really have a lot. After you found that hook shot in River, we're like, oh, what are we in for? And sure enough.
Oh yeah, I guess I still had to do Ice Cavern because that always pokes its way into every S5 seed these days. So
the seed gave you basically every song check available in the game, but of course it put Nocturne on that one. And I guess I forgot to mention the other difference that came down to the end is Rock, when you got to Shadow, you already had the hovers. Fabio had done Child Spirit earlier and had gotten the boss key, but actually had not done the fairy. So he had the boss key from Spirit, but not the hover. So he did the first two, and Shadow obviously realized the Strength 2 had to be further in. Went to go look for the hovers and ended up doing a few checks before he found what was his long shot at the bottom in River. And at that point, I think realized GTG was in logic and was reversing and ran into the hovers then. But by that point, you had enough of a lead that you could full clear the entirety of Adult Spirit and get back to the boss key on Child side, and still end up hanging on for the win.
And don't mean to interrupt you, but Fabio can hear us now.
Yay!
Okay. Well, hello, Fabio.
GG's, Fabio.
GG's.
Okay, I'm gonna say you sound a little like E.T. through the connection. So I'll do my best to hear. Did you have any comments about the seed?
No.
Yeah, I think we can just hear you off and on, Fabio. Fabio said his mic's not working too well.
Shoot. Okay. Well, GG's to Fabio. We are watching you finish up on stream here. We'll get that official time in chat. 2:07:48.
Yeah, Facid. Fabio did mention, unfortunately, he's had 3 jet seeds in this tournament.
Oh no. Of course. That's how that works. Were all of those you?
Oh no, this is my first bracket match I've rolled.
Okay.
I should have expected this.
Like I said, I always seem to roll bad weeklies. Like, I don't believe in the whole seed roller meme, but like...
But you're starting to get a little, like, jealous of it? Like,
No.
I want to roll
don't care if I roll bad seeds or not. I would call this a bad seed if I were playing it, so...
Yeah,
All seeds are bad, though, so...
I mean, that's fair.
There wasn't a whole lot of bait. Did that concern you at any point as you got deeper in the seed? Like, what kind of bait awaits me in Shadow?
That Zora tunic was a little scary, I won't lie, considering I didn't have any way to get into Water Temple. But obviously that wasn't too scary after a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was kind of like the only scary thing, because I had the seed that I did yesterday actually had another shadow path. It was double shadow path, and then the second item was like a whole string, and I just didn't want to do that because I was like, just give me my strength too, and let's just be done.
Oh yeah, I don't think you saw the last path hint, did you, Rockchalk?
I don't think so. Oh wait, no, I did. I got all 5.
Okay. Like, it's
Okay, yeah, because the last one was, useful, but...
Yeah, shoutouts to Minuet for Slingshot in Forest Temple.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about what we were gonna get and how we probably weren't gonna see something to King Tadongo because of the 2 non-bomb locked bomb bags and what shenanigans await us, and sure enough, there was our Temple of Time hint for Minuet.
Fabio said he's going to try one more time to see if he can get his mic to work. So go ahead, Fabio. No, you heard that.
No. Yep.
Yeah, I think you cut out again right after that hello to Fabio. Oh, he left. So
Yeah.
we heard that as well. I guess, do you guys have anything to talk about? Well, we see. Alright.
Well,
But
someone in
Fabio's
chat
gonna
asked how the runner's day was. Did you eat anything?
It was pretty good. I had mac and cheese for dinner. Yeah.
Nice. There was a little joking going on when Fabio called the fair play agreement that we just want to order pizza. We know that's not the case, but
Nice.
Yeah, so the lag we were seeing on stream was his stream going down, and he saw it go down, which is why the FPA was called.
yep.
Yeah, figured. Yep.
But Fabio said GG's, and he's not gonna keep trying.
Oh shoot.
All right.
Well, thanks
Well,
for
GG,
trying,
Fabio.
Fabio.
Thanks for anyways, and GG's Fabio.
But with that, do we have any final comments from anyone? I don't know if we have much we can beat into the seed since we don't know where half the items are.
No, I think it's probably a good time to thank everybody that one more time that made this restream happen today. I think.
Sure. Our runners. Oh,
Go for it.
sorry.
All you.
Sorry, Jay.
Your voice is better anyways.
Thanks to Fabio and rockchalk for letting us restream. Great race, both of you. rockchalk, good luck in the rest of your matches. Fabio,
Thank you.
GG's in the tournament. Good luck in your future seeds. Our trackers today, Mr. Mario and Artificial Red, did a amazing job keeping up with everything. It never really stopped for them. It just kind of kept going. Bobby, thank you for joining me on cons today, and Jay for making sure everything was working both on restream end and for the race monitoring portion of it.
And Fabio said he'd like to thank everyone in charge of the restream and viewers as well for watching.
I would like to second that. Thanks for the restream, guys.
Yeah, no
Oh, yeah,
problem.
of course. Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching tonight.
Yeah, and with that, there is a lot of more OOT tomorrow. We have a couple more Season 5 bracket matches between Sora and Seisei in the morning, Kevin and Cariosa, which will be on ZSR2, Exodus versus Narcotic, which all those are before 10 a.m. Eastern. Then later, the main event is we're having a memorandum for Sage, who was a OOTR runner who unfortunately passed away this previous week. So it's a charity event. So if anyone can tune in for that would be fantastic and give your support. That will be on DSR main at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. And then there's just a lot more OoTR. So I hope to see everyone in the coming days, and we'll see everyone next time.
Jay, shake my head, Jay, not mentioning the match at 4. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. C Falcon plays at 4 tomorrow. That honestly wasn't on purpose, but
I thought we just weren't talking about it.
anyways, see everyone next time. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.